Hello there, I'm Peasant. I am going to be attempting to beat Prussia 2 with Wildfire. I am not very great with Wildfire, but I have successfully beaten Prussia 1, so I'm now trying Prussia 2. And the only real implication of that is that they basically move a little faster. So, yeah, otherwise, no extra rule changes. Let's get right into it. So, let's see what we've got. Let's see where So we started with jungle explorers. This is awkward because this is this means they're going to be building cities on turn one. So we probably definitely want to do something about these towns if we can. So we're probably going to be. God, that's actually a bit gross. No, I didn't allow this. So yeah, what am I going to do about this? And they've not had the decency to start off in with me and my blight. Hmm. And I am, of course, tucked away right in this corner, so this is considerably harder than my last fight with these fellas. And I also want to get my presence over on this side of the board too, because I actually have very bad adjacency here. Probably here is a good place because it's already got a blight in it. But how do I do this? I don't have any way in the fast phase of destroying these towns. Certainly not now. Oh well, actually, I suppose what I possibly could do. No, I don't think I've got any way of getting this. This is probably going to be one where I have to go straight into double fire. That's my instinct. But again, I'm not super experienced with this spirit. We are definitely going to want to do some asphyxiating. Maybe I could hope to get a defense card that would kind of sort this out. A lot of defense cards will defend this kind of situation, especially with a little bit of help. So I think maybe going for this is good. Placing a presence in there. It's sad because the presence won't be preventing a build, but I've got nowhere to do that anyway. So I think that's my instinct, is to go with this one. Place here. Hopefully get a defend card to deal with this. If not, I'm going to have to go nuclear, I think. But it'd be nice to have a presence placed over here. Yeah, tricky. Feels like because we're going to have a double city build on turn one. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. So first off, always look at the card. And what have we got? We've got a defend 3 in the jungle, which is of some use if I can kill a town, which I can. Possibly. Nervous laughter. Call to isolation can actually just prevent that build. It's very off-brand, but that will save me some hassle. And I can even push them into this area here. So actually, I think I will do that, even though it's completely off-brand. This is the only one that has useful icons for me. The greenery is actually super important, but no fire. So I will go for call for isolation. I've only got one. I'm only going to have one card play anyway. So now we've got the big crucial decision with this. Do I start down this track or this track? And I'm not really 100% sure what the defining features are of going down one or the other in particular. I mean, I can't, because these Dahana here, I can push these guys into here. I'm placing here. I kind of probably want the more actions, because the more actions might mean that I can be triggering the more effective Firestorm with the 3 greenery. But then if you look on this track, there's a foreign plant up here, just to make things difficult. So I think I'm going to go in here. And I think I'm going to call to isolation here to prevent that build. And that's it. That's no powers. And we're going to push them in here. And hopefully we'll be able to murder them at our leisure, because if anyone does venture into our little lairs, they're generally not going to have a good time. He says, famous last words. So in order to kill that, we've actually got 4 health worth of invaders in there, so we're not going to be able to do much to them just yet, but we can kill this guy and then maybe kill all these guys later on. So probably going to go keep down that track. We can't prevent this build. Can we prevent? We might be able to prevent this build. Wait a second. because we could do something like Flames Fury. We could place in here to do 1 damage. We could do Flames Fury with another green. No, we need 2 green to actually do that. So we're pretty clear here. Maybe some asphyxiating smoke quite good, but again we're going to have a city build if we don't get rid of this. Might be a threatening flames kind of moment. A threatening flames and a chance to have a sacred site here. I quite like that. We definitely want more energy, and we don't need the range of this +3 placement. My cards are okay, he says. Let's go with this one. Let's go with here. So we're going to do it. Get rid of one of these. And then we have 2 card plays, so we could go asphyxiating. We could go smoke. We could even push them with flames again. I think that might actually be a reasonable thing to do. I think the way to win with this spirit is actually just to wreck face as quickly as possible. That might sound like a daft thing to say, but there are spirits where you actually might want to not do that. You might want to be cultivating a certain amount of fear, but I don't think that's the case here. I kind of feel stupid to push them out of there, but we've already got 2 cities on the board, and we want to be, minimizing this. What we can do is we can. Oh no, the town. We can't push the town. What I was gonna say is that we could push the town in here, and then they would wipe them out. But actually, they have no defense, so just forget that. Okay, we've got some asphyxiating smoke. There will be a ravage in here next turn, and because it's a double blighter, we don't really want that. Though we could easily kill this in the fast phase with a firestorm. He says to himself optimistically, especially if we use Flames Fury. So actually, I don't think I will destroy this town. I think I will maybe destroy one of these towns. So we don't have. Maybe. Oh no! This is better. We can destroy this town and push this hut into here, so that when we destroy this town, this hut can actually clear this land for us. So. Yeah, I think that's what we do. So I think we're going to be Flames Furying, and maybe just Flames Furying. What we're definitely not doing is reclaiming, because I don't know if we want to reclaim here. We can prevent a build just with a simple presence placement. I think that's what we're going to want to do. So I think this might be an opportunity to pick up another card. Yeah, we just haven't really drawn any great support cards. Call to Isolation was good right then and there, but we probably want to go with a power card. But it does mean that if we reclaim next turn, we're going to be really weak on power. This might be the thing. Because we've got the extra card play, it feels like a waste to skip it. Especially as we're going to actually go up to 3 card plays. So I think we do go with gaining a power card. Hopefully gaining a card with plants or something like that on. That'd be nice. Here's Rouse the Trees and Stones. This has also got nice icons. The rocks are actually really good. We can get a double blight removal with our innate. This power down here. But I think with Wildfire, if you're that late in the game, especially in solo Wildfire, you're probably not doing too great. So we could gather a town or an individual. I think we just want raw damage, especially as we've got Flames Fury. That's something we can actually use to destroy cities. And we can even destroy a city right now. So let's destroy this coastal one. So maybe we could Flames Fury, destroy a town. As if we're Flames Furying, we should still have the damage to destroy this town. Then this will be cleared. So we go Flames Fury, Rouse, and then we probably won't play Flash Fires because we can't make it quick, and it's very expensive. We do have some energy shortages. So I'm not sure which one of these I prefer. I suppose this one's slightly better because this Dahan might do some work for us. So we're going to go flames and rouse. We've got a firestorm. So obviously we flames fury on ourselves, get ourselves an energy and extra damage. Then we've got this firestorm in here, which we can use to do the 2 damage here. So we kill that town. So each player may push up to 2 explorers from an inland land. So we can prevent this build. That's pretty nice. So yeah, I think we just prevent the build. So we'll push this guy. Actually, let's have a quick look at what cards we've had out. So, okay, so the blue 1 card isn't going to come out. So we're in a position of not really knowing anything about the cards that are likely to come up. So I think I'll just push them into this one here, maybe. Yeah. So that region is now clear. Jungle, wetland, explore. That's not too worrying. Okay, and now, so we've got the 2 damage. It's going to be boosted to 3 because of Flame's Fury. So where do we want to destroy a city? Or just 3 damage worth of stuff that doesn't have Blight? Obviously, this isn't a candidate. It has Blight, so it's going to be here. And destroying cities is just, it's always a good time. Unless you're that city. And we can also push this. So we can push it somewhere where it's not going to build. Let's push it into one of our little death zones. And we're back to growth. We have 1 card. It almost certainly is a reclaim all kind of turn. Obviously, it'd be nice to prevent this build, but I don't think it's worth foregoing having any cards at all. So we're up to 3 actions. I mean, we could gain a power card, but I think that's a bit risky. This is yeah. I think we have to reclaim here. And we can even start thinking about doing stuff like removing blights and then, like, say, removing this blight and then using our Rouse the Tree of Stones. So this is nice, actually. I really like this with this spirit. Feels like it's pretty useful for that spirit to to have something that actually does damage in a region that actually doesn't have blight in. So again, it's good to look at the icons first. We like the green, we like the red. Removing mountain and sand blight. So we've got some sand blight, but do we really want to be removing? We want to remove one of these blights, but that's gonna be fairly easy for us pretty soon. What actually has use? The mountain potentially is not super useful. Defend cards though are awesome. 4, 5, 6, 7. So a defend card here will just save us from this ravage. So I think we will go Nature's Resilience. We don't have any blue to get this super great fast blight removal. So I think that's what we're going to go with here. So we'll go with the Resilience. So we've only got two energy, but we do have 3 card plays. So we should be able to remove a blight now by triggering this ability here. So I suppose we want to be thinking about some Flames Fury. Obviously, we keep the Resilience for next turn and some Rousing the Trees and Stones. And what do we need for this? So we've got 4 fire, 2. So we just need 1 more fire, basically. So not isolation. So it's probably going to be threatening flames. So we're now going to be able to remove a blight, which is pretty nice. So we can remove this blight and then slap it with Rouse the Trees and Stones, which is okay, but this is still getting a bit out of hand. And we do have threatening flames, and it would be nice to use it because 2 fear is a lot of fear. So first off, we Flames Fury on ourselves. Then we can Firestorm, but it's only for 1 damage. Where are we with our cards? We generally, I think, we want to be winning by clearing this deck. But we're only going to need to generate 5 fear. And just removing this is 1, 2, 3 fear just from the board. And we're going to have another build. So I don't think we need to prioritize this. This is purely played for the icons. So we'll do this. So that's the fast phase. We've got a couple of builds, well, 3 builds. And a Sand Explorer. Then we've got the Prussia escalation effect, adding a town somewhere that doesn't have a town. Well, here's somewhere that would be nice to have a town. And it's not going to add any explorers that wouldn't otherwise be added, so put it there. I just realised that here would actually be better because I could just use that defend card. Never mind. So we want to try and do something towards this. So we're gonna. Oh, that's a 0 ranger. Oh, the Lord. Constantly messing up. So yeah, we'll remove one of these blights because we'll still have the same kind of the same functional effectiveness. We can instead clear this one out. So not too bad. And we've got an incoming ravage here, and we've got so we've got 2 ravages to think about. Nature's resilience will defend in this one. This one is 379, so this isn't enough without doing some damage of our own. And we've got to the point where if we place a presence, it's going to be placing a blight. So the island is going to be blighting soon. Can we actually prevent a build? We don't really care about the builds in here. Wondering whether we... Yeah, it feels like I probably want to be... And we're gonna, yeah, I'm gonna be placing a blight, whatever I do. So, whatever growth option I take, I am placing blight. So what I could do is I could place it in here, which kind of deals with most of that. And I could get a power card, or actually, if I place it there, it will be problematic, shall we say? So I think we go with this, and then we've got obviously the choice of the power track and this track. I think we go with this track because we've already committed quite heavily to it. So we're going to be doing 2 damage in there. I think we just kill the town, and we've got a good load of energy now. Feels pretty nice. So these guys are as good as dead as long as I play any card that has green on. Let's go with some smoke. So that's the Firestorm. It's going to be 1 damage per 2 reds. So we currently have 3 reds. Cool to isolation. The flash fires. Oh, I've realised, of course, here that we can actually have a kind of fast damage. Do we care about a fast damage? Do we care? We don't want to just spend energy for the sake of it. But we do want it. We definitely need to clear this. And this split ability here, if we do have the extra purple, then we can split the damage. So how much is it actually going to be? 1 per 2. So it's going to be 2 damage. Crikey, that's a lot of damage. We could prevent this build, and we could prevent this ravage from dropping blight. So it's still, you know, that's reasonable. It's not bad for not really doing much at all. And in fact, we can push a hut in here to just kind of clear out that tile as well. So let's do that. We are kind of forcing ourselves to reclaim next turn, though, which isn't ideal. And maybe removing a blight would be better if we can use this. So if we go with resilience instead. Oh, yes, I think we do want to do that. Though this is gonna cascade anyway. Yeah, we want to be removing the blight with this Burnland Regrows, which we can do in here. Okay. Alright, so fasts. So we can do... So we've got 4 fires, so we can do 2 damage in these lands. So we could do 1 in here, 1 in here, which is feels like pretty good value. So we'll do 1 in here, 1 in here. Then we've got the Nature's Resilience that we just played for its icons. If I put this in here, the Fear card might make a difference. And then we've got Flash Fires, which is going to do a damage as well. Now I'm thinking, why the hell did I do that? I suppose I could prevent this Explorer from being around anymore. I suppose that's okay. Okay, so we've got a Fear card. Each player removes a town from a land where it's the only invader. There were no lands, so damn it. Damn it, Fear cards. Okay, and we've got a Blight Cascade, so obviously we want to put it here rather than in here. I say obviously, but yeah, we don't want Cascading Blight. And we've got Mountain. So we've got our kind of Prussia Mountain. And it wants to go in where I have blight, and probably not where there's going to be a build. So that's probably, this is here, but this does have a ravage. Just feel like it's getting a little out of hand. Maybe we just stick it on the coast and hope for the best. Because if we reclaim, we can just use nature's resilience, and then that will just kill that guy. Wetlands are actually clear. This jungle is gonna. Oh no, I'm getting confused. This is something I sometimes do. This is not the ravage next turn. Sand is the ravage next turn. Then mountain is going to be the build. So I think we want to stick it in here. This is just one of those things where I kind of got used to a certain way of doing things from playing the physical game, and now I'm just all confused. So sand ravage in here. So yeah, we want to try and reduce those effects, and also ideally push a town into there. No, but there isn't a good town. We can remove a blight, and this is probably a good blight to remove because there's nothing really going on in there. And we can asphyxiating smoke in. We kind of want to keep this in here if we are going to use resilience next turn. Though this is also a bit horrible. We might even need a major power to deal with this at this rate. So let's asphyxiate those guys. And we've got to terror level 2. And we have to reclaim here, I think. This is obviously a cascading bit of blight we've got going on here. We've got 2 builds. It would be nice to prevent one of those builds by placing, but I mean, this is not good enough. So we're gonna reclaim. We only have 1 energy too, which is awful. We could think about getting a major power now, even though obviously we can't play it straight away, because we've got 3 actions. You know, we should be able to do something useful. We can think about rousing the trees and stones. And we can even think about, we've got this double removal ability here. I guess getting our presence in there is going to be awkward without triggering a massive cascade. But I don't know of a miner that's going to be super useful. But having more useful miners is going to be good because it's going to mean we're going to be able to kind of stack up turns a little bit more. So call to tend, constancy. But we're at 3 plays, so if we can get this power, that's super good. And this is the only one that has the plant on it. We don't really this isn't great for icons. I mean, ward might actually be okay. Our presence is kind of spread around quite a lot. In fact, ward is yeah, it's not one that I go for very often. Let's go with call to tend. Mainly for the greens on it. Okay, so we want to go triple green so we can do lots of damage in here. And I think probably the ordering's quite important. So if I could do a load of damage in here with Flame's Fury and my Firestorm Innate. And the key thing is getting up to 3. So we could go, we kind of want fast damage. And we also want to prevent this sand ravage from. Can we actually get rid of those guys? Can we get enough fire together to? So we only need 5 fire, and yeah, we can. So we don't need to use nature's resilience this round. So I think we're going to go with some of this other stuff. Maybe we can rouse the trees and stones to maybe kill this town here when it builds. And maybe we could have some, I guess the only other green we can afford that we want is... Call to 10 could set up some nice big defending at some point, but this is quite a lot. But I think defending might be our only way of dealing with this tile. And in fact, call to 10 will be pretty nice. So we've got 4 damage, but actually we need 5 damage. So yeah, maybe no call to tend. We need to use Threatening Flames because that will get us up to the 5, 6. Actually, that will just clear it out. Sorry about that. I don't need to do that. Let's go with call to tend. push these people in here and they can start helping out there. I think that's right. So 4 fire with the Flames Fury, it's 5 damage. That's all the buildings gone there. In the Ravage, this guy will get murdered in the counterattack. That's all the Ravages to worry about. These are going to build, but I can use Rouse the Trees and Stones to just clear out this one here, because it's adjacent to this sacred site. Cool, and this one here is going to build, but I think we're okay. We can maybe remove this Blight once this is clean. Alright, let's finish playing those cards. So, first thing we do is Flames Fury on ourselves, gain ourselves some energy and some extra damage, and then we're going to be doing this Firestorm in here. 5 damage, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's nice. And now the Blighted Island effect. You always start with an extra, with more Blight than you could ever possibly want there. Each player removes something from a coastal land. I think I only had the one option here. So we have a Jungle Explore. First off, we have the Adversary effect. We don't actually have anywhere that has... So this Ravage, this is the key thing that I often get confused about. This is going to kind of fall off the edge. So we have a Ravage is going to be here next turn, and the build is going to be in the jungle. So this is actually a good place to put the Prussia Adversary effect guy. And then we've got this. So we can... Oh. So I was hoping to rouse the trees and... So I was going to push these guys into here. In you go, fellas. Could even use them with isolation to kind of whittle that down a little bit. And then I can clean this little bit up. And maybe I'm doing too much cleaning, but I will be placing Blight. So, you know, it's okay. Clear that out. And we're back to the start. So, we have this Ravage here. Can we do something about it in the fast phase? Oh yeah, we can Nature's Resilience. No, we can't. No, we can't. We can... Oh yeah, there is some kind of fine tooth in here. So Blight added due to spirit effects does not destroy my thing. So if I do make a sacred site in there, it won't cast... It won't destroy... I will still have a sacred site. So if I place an extra presence there, it's not... It will still be a sacred site. I'll get there in the end. I have words. So we can Resilience in there to defend that area, prevent a cascade. So by placing in here, we're not too worried about. This is another thing we can defend. This is awful. This is an awful business over here. An awful business. I don't think I want to reclaim now though. Yeah, we want this sacred site. We want to protect here. And I'm actually thinking maybe I want to be thinking about getting a major. So I think we go with this. We could even get that third power here. We said, let's go there. So we've got a chunk of power now. So yeah, if we reclaim, we should be able to get a major. Hopefully it'll be something nice. Something nice, you know. Something lovely. No one's kind of in with me and my Blight now, so we're not too worried about triggering this innate effect, but this is obviously still going to be nice, potentially. Nice. We can clean this up. So we are going to be Nature's Resilience in there, and there are, or we could even just threaten them. So you just say, hey fellas, get out of there. Skedaddle. It would be nice to push some Dahan into here for a big fight, but yes, we could use isolation. We could push these guys in here for this fight, but actually that's working against what we want to do because this guy will at least clear them out. Let's all isolation to push this guy in here and clear this out. Okay, that's something. And we could asphyxiate these guys over here. Then I've spent lots of... By using the smoke, I'm kind of ruling out getting a nice major power. Because it's so costly. So maybe I will just go Threatening Flames. And we'll reclaim next turn. And hope that it's not too horrifying and explore. So we'll nature's resilience in there. We'll isolation to push this fella into here. And we can firestorm, but it doesn't matter because there's no one kind of in with us. And gonna lose a presence. Well, this actually isn't really doing much for us now. So, oh, it is actually giving us useful targeting. Let's get rid of this one, even though it is in with the blight. Each player chooses a different land. In chosen lands, gather up to 2 huts, then 1 damage if huts are present. So I can gather up some huts, can I? I don't want these huts to be here. We could bring an extra hut. It's good though. We finished that build. Sorry, we've prevented that build there. So we've got a coastal explore. That's okay. Often when you've got an adversary effect, the coastal explore is actually your favoured. It's the one you want to pop up. But this tile's not good. We don't like this tile. It's a lot of damage. So we do have this. We can remove a blight from somewhere. And we probably don't want to remove this blight, particularly, because that's the only place we can use our innate. So we're not going to use that there. We're alright, we've got plenty of blight. I mean, this is going to cascade, but it's going to be fine. So we'll not do that. And then we are going to reclaim, and I think go for a major. We've got the 5, we're going to have 6 energy. So hopefully we're going to get something useful. So what are we actually trying to achieve? We want to clear this out if we can. In fact, that's the only place where there are buildings, so something that will help with that would be good. Vigor is a great card. One of my favourite in the base. Do we have yellows and reds? We do. Ooh, it's cool. It's looking pretty handy there. We can do some pretty vigorous vigoring. In fact, we can... Yeah, I like it. Almost certainly going to take that. Let's just have a quick look at these. Obviously, this does have the green. Oops, accidental click. I was hoping for a mouse over and I got a click. Luckily, I could undo that. So for each, so the threshold effect on that's quite interesting. Quite interesting. Let's see. 3 mountains, 2 green, 2 red. That's surprisingly not that difficult to do for me. It is going to add blight, but then it would just completely clear this out because each blight is going to do an extra 4 damage. But I would then be cascading a cascade. This is our problem area here, nowhere else. Trees and stones speak of war. We also have quite good icons for that. We have good icons for that. Let's stop saying quite so much. And let's forget something. So given that we like yellows and reds now, I think we can forget maybe flash fires. And so yeah, I think we're going to try and go in here and hopefully win this round. So let's go with, we've got Vigor, and if we can, we've got the problem of we need to gather people into there. Call to isolation, we can gather 1 person, we can push 1 into there in the fast phase. The nice thing is we can use our presence placement to push Dahan around. But it's still only got 3 actions. Yeah, we definitely need this one, and oh well, we pretty much, if we want to use the boosted power of Vigor, then we do need to use these 3 specific cards. Because yeah, we definitely need to have all these guys in here. What we can do is we can push, well, 2 cities. I've not quite grasped that there were 2 cities in there. We can bring these guys in, kill the cities, and then push back in there. Don't think we can quite do all the damage we need to do. There's another quite. Just slipping them in there. 7 damage, and we've got 10 health worth of cities. If I could just sneak a presence in there. That'd be the dream. But we can't. But getting rid of cities is good. I think that's probably our best bet, because I mean this is it's going to be a complete bloodbath in there, but we might get lucky with a fear card that gives us some defense. Do we have any other options? I mean, we could just use call to push, but then we're doing a much smaller amount of damage. I think this is what we do. So yes, the Dahan are going to die, I'm afraid. I'm afraid that's what's going to happen. Or, wait a second, we could alternatively say push one in there, use Vigor for 4 damage, so we could kill a city and a dude, leaving 3, 7, 8 damage, which resilience won't be enough to deal with that. Okay, I think that's what we have to do. It's not perfect, but who is? So, hey, we've got some Firestorm damage. Lovely stuff. Flames Fury, should have done that first, not that it matters. And we can... So actually I'm just doing this for the icons, really. Is there actually something useful I can do here? Not especially. I can use this after the Vigor. So we're going to Vigor in here. And then we're going to push these fellas in here. And then we're assigning 6 damage. Let's just take out the cities. Which is going to be a whole fear card, which is nice. And then we can call to isolation. So we can actually push these towns out. We might get lucky with our... Actually, maybe I'll push these guys into this desert. Because I can add Blight to here whenever I want. So I think that is what I'll do. So we'll push these guys in. So we might get lucky with our fear card. The fear card might somehow prevent this from spiraling out. So we've got that. We'll get rid of this one. Each player removes a town or a dude from an inland land. Yeah, so we got lucky there. We could remove this. So we're not going to have a Blight Cascade. We actually might have wanted a Blight Cascade. Kind of, sorta. Alright, so we've got a town here and 2 towns here. We can remove a Blight from somewhere where we are. I'm not sure if we care to. Yeah, I think probably... Oh, we've got jungle and sand build. Yeah, it's not quite over yet. And I think I want to leave this Blight here. Nah, I can always add more Blight later. Oh no, I can't use that there. That needs 2 or more Blight. That's not something I can do. Because I don't have the range in there, so... What's it asking me to do? Oh. Okay. So, we're into growth, and we have 3 buildings to kill, and we can't do that in the fast phase. We've got a Ravage here that doesn't matter. We've got a Ravage there that we can just resilience it if we like. So... If we reclaim, can we win this turn? We do have Vigor. We can kill both of these this turn with Vigor. If we reclaim all and just Vigor again, we could clear this and kill them. This Ravage will happen, but we don't. That's fine. That is one thing we could do. That is an approach. Or... But I think I favour powering up a little bit, because I think we could still come a cropper. Could we still come a cropper? Yeah, we are getting into the 3s. And clearing out this in the fast phase would be really, really great. So I think what we're going to do is place a presence in here, which we will place a Blight, and then we can kind of kill all these guys. And maybe even gain a power card. Because we don't have anything... Actually, no, we can let this build and then kill it with Rouse the Trees and Stones. Except there's loads of Blight in there. Oh, Lord. Okay, we're definitely going to get the 4th action. I think that's going to help us out a lot. And we can go, say... Flames, Resilience, Tend, Rouse is good. So I think we're just going to get a load of energy. We're going to get the 4th action. We're going to place this in here. It's going to do 3 damage. So we'll kill a town. And partly murder a town. And we've it has put the blight in there, which is good for us. And then we're just going to spam out a load of stuff. So we want the resilience, we want the call to tend, we want the threatening flames, and we're almost certainly going to want to rouse the trees and stones somewhere. Maybe. It depends what happens in the explore. Okay, then we go. So our fast ones, we've got some threatening flames to do. We probably do want the fear. We've got the resilience, which we will put in there. And somewhere, so this is the only place I could use threatening flames, or I could just firestorm to do 5 damage and wipe them out. I think I do just want to wipe them out. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. So I've got to destroy one of my presents, so yeah, we don't need a third presence on there. So we've got jungle and sand builds. The ever popular Sand Mountain Explore. Right, so I can actually double remove blight. Oh, it'd be nice to be in there, wouldn't it? So, so we could actually push. We could set up for next turn to do some fast phase Vigor of the Breaking Dawn. Where are our buildings at this stage? So we've got a building here, we've got buildings here, we've got some guys here. So if I could kill that building, damn it, I don't think I can. Damn it. Damn it, Dermot. We can at least remove one of these blight. Ah, curses. Oh, we can just airlift a. We can just kind of drop some people in there. Actually, no. We want to. Let's not rush this and mess it up. Rouse the trees and stones. We could, yeah, I think this is the best thing to do here. Getting ourselves... Okay, so we just need to destroy the last city. I hadn't quite noticed I was, that was happening. Let's push this person into here. And I've won! Accidental victory, God. Got stuck in the tank. So thanks, that was a quick fire victory against Prussia 2. Thanks for being on Peasant. I'm going to keep doing run-throughs. If you have anything you want to see, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for being here, and catch you next time.